A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello everyone, welcome to A+ English. I'm Mike.
I'm Jacqueline.
And we are talking about tarot card readers. Of course we are. It's day 2 of our unit looking at talking to a tarot card reader. These are the people who use those special cards with they kind of look like playing cards, like you might play poker, or, something like that. But they have different pictures on them. They have pictures like the hanging man or the tower, the lovers, death, the fool, things like that. And by the way you pick them, and if they're upside down or downside up, whichever way they're pointing, they mean different things, and some people believe can tell your future. So here's our warm-up question. Would you go to a tarot card reader when you don't understand something? Why or why not?
Well. I'd rather go to my parents.
Okay, you would trust their opinion and their advice more?
Right, or maybe if I don't understand something, I usually try to figure it out myself.
Yeah, there's other ways you could figure things out. I've known people who go to these fortune tellers. They're in jobs where they have a lot of responsibility, and sometimes they have 2 choices. They can either try to fix the problem with A or with B, and all their knowledge, all their training, all their skill doesn't tell them which one. So they might go to a fortune teller and just say, which one should I do? Because I think both of them could work. I don't really know, and I just don't want to feel bad if I choose wrong. It's an interesting thing. And I guess if you had that kind of job, if you were that important and your decisions mattered, it might be a way of just feeling less worried about making mistakes.
I actually go to fortune tellers a lot, but not like tarot card readers.
Okay, what's your favorite way?
I like fortune tellers that use your birthdays. To see your future, because I think they're more accurate.
I see. So you have to know the day you were born, the year, the month.
Even the time.
Yeah, I see. I don't know the time I was born.
Maybe your parents do. You can ask them.
No, they would not know or care. But yeah, that's another way that people do it. I think that's quite common here.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
I knew someone in college, she used to do tarot card reading over the phone as a part-time job.
Okay.
Yeah, she made some, the money was okay. So there's all sorts of things you can do with tarot cards and fortune tellers. You can go to them for fun. You can go to them when you have really hard decisions. And you might even decide, like our friend Catherine from the article, that it could be your career, it could be your job. So let's find out more about this interesting topic.
Talking to a tarot card reader. Warm-up question. Would you go to a tarot card reader when you don't understand something? Why or why not? What does a person need to be a good tarot card reader?
You have to be a good listener. When I listen carefully to my clients, I can understand their problems better. This helps me get the right message from the cards.
What's great about your job?
I realize everyone has their own problems. No one is perfect. So when I face problems, I don't feel alone.
On the other hand, what makes your job hard?
Well, I have to sense people's feelings for this job. That means others' emotions could affect me. I always tell myself to leave clients' emotions at work, even the good ones.
All right, so yeah, we're continuing the interview with Catherine, the tarot card reader. We already found out kind of why she got into this in the first place, how she got a job to be a tarot card reader. Now we're kind of talking about the life as a professional tarot card reader, as a professional fortune teller. So here's a good question. What does a person need to be a good tarot card reader? You know, because every job requires a different kind of personality or something. Yeah, so what kind of person would make a good tarot card reader?
所以一个人呢，他是需要什么才可以成为一个好的塔罗师呢？你要具备什么样的条件
all right, so Catherine gives a good answer. She says you have to be a good listener. Right, any kind of job, I guess, where you're working with other people, being a good listener can always help.
所以呢，你要当一个很好的塔罗师，你就要成为一个很好的倾听者，因为你要去听他们的问题。You had to listen to your clients' problems. Yeah, listener.
Absolutely.
Listener. 就是
not just listening, but paying attention to them, trying to feel their emotions, you know, that kind of person. And then she explains what exactly that means and how it helps in her job. She says, when I listen carefully to my clients, I can understand their problems better, right? Because some people would be better than other people at explaining their feelings, you know, that kind of thing. So the better you can listen, the more you can pay attention and get a feeling from the person as well as, you know, understanding their words, the better you will be at helping them. Makes sense?
Yeah, 所以呢，这个 client 是客户跟顾客。那通常呢 client 比较像是长期的 ，it's usually long term, like you work with them for a long time. But like customer is usually like you go to a shop and then you shop for something and maybe just one time.
Sure,
time thing.
And a client might also be for a service.
对
right? Whereas a customer might buy a thing, a client might buy help of some kind.
Right, 就是一个是长期短期，然后一个是服务性的 OK 所以你必须是一个很好的倾听者
all right, so by listening to the person, by trying to understand their feelings, Catherine says, this helps me get the right message from the cards. Oh, okay, so what the cards are telling her, the message she's getting can be slightly different depending on the person. So by knowing the person better, it's like she can translate the card's meaning even better as well. Okay.
所以呢，注意的去倾听这一些顾客们，可以有助于 Catherine 从卡片中获得正确的讯息。
Okay, so the next question is, what's great about your job? Another way they might say it is, what do you love about your job?
所以这个意思就是说，那你工作有什么很棒的地方啊？你有没有喜欢你工作哪些地方呢
Okay, and Catherine says, well, I realize everyone has their own problems. Wow, that's a really good point to make. Everyone, even the rich lady who comes in, who's got all the money in the world and the big house, she still has problems. Everyone has problems. They might be different problems if you're rich or poor, old or young, married or single, but everyone has their own problems. That's very true.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, 我们来看一下 realize 这个字。Realize 就是了解跟意识到的意思，所以比如说认知到一个人的错误，你就可以说 to realize one's mistake。比如说 she looked pretty shocked when she realized her mistake。当她意识到自己的错误的时候，她看起来超震惊的。那这个字它是动词嘛，它的名词就是 realization， 大家可以也记一下，它是明白、有意识到的意思。那我们再看一个句子。Lisa realized she left her jacket at home, so she went to get it. Lisa 呢，她发现她把她的夹克放在家里了，所以她就回去拿了。然后呢，她就说她就意识到说每个人都有自己的问题。当然啦，就是 life is full of problems, but good and bad ones.
Yeah. It's true.
Sometimes but just always stay positive.
Sometimes more bad than good, but you're right. Generally, things will get better.
Just always have a positive attitude.
Try as much as you can.
Good.
Yeah.
好，我们看一下今天的 Magic Box。我们今天 Magic Box 要看一下 anything, everyone, somebody 这些不定代名词的用法 and we will be back in a sec.
Magic Box。
如果说你打了喷嚏，那一定是我在想你吗？我甜心教主粉丝那么多，你怎么知道是我在想你嘞？ It could be anybody， 可能是任何一个喜欢你的小伙伴在想你啦。说到任何人这个任何人呢，可能是你的同班同学、你补习班的同学、便利商店的店员，还是呢这个你阿嬷想你了。任何人呢都有可能。这种时候呢，我们在英文里呢就要使用不定代名词喽。 不定代名词啊，顾名思义呢，就是要代替任何一个不指定的人事物。这种呢不定代名词有哪些啊？像是代替人的这个 everyone、everybody 每个人，或者是呢 somebody、anybody 某些人，还有这个 no one 没有人。或者是呢，它也可以代替地方哦 ，everywhere 每个地方 ，somewhere anywhere 某些地方 ，nowhere 没有任何地方。那当然呢，不定代名词也可以代替事物咯，像说呢 everything 每一个东西每一件事情 ，something anything 某些东西，或者是 nothing 什么都没有。这些字词呢，在句子里的位置呢，就跟我们一般的代名词一样咯。它呢可以在动词后面当受词，也可以在动词前面当主词 ，OK 都有可能咯。比方说啊，怎么样？最近好忙哦，但是呢，忙得差不多告一个段落了。今年冬天，我好想去个哪里过圣诞节哦。I would like to go somewhere this Christmas。Go somewhere 就是去个哪里某个地方。或者是呢，比方说谁把书给了你？如果呢，通常有个确定的人呢，我们就会直接用指定他的代名词了。例如呢 ，Sam gave me this book， 或者是呢 ，My teacher gave this book to me。OK， 山姆给了我，或者是我的老师给了我。那如果是不定代名词的话呢，我们怎么造句呢 ？Someone gave me this book。某人给了我这本书，可能呢他就放在我桌上离开了，不知道是谁，谁都有可能。这种时候呢，我们呢就要使用不定代名词喽。现在啊，我们知道不定代名词的意思跟句子里它应该放在哪里。接下来啊，记得要特别留意否定句的用法喽。否定句啊，只能用 any 开头的不定代名词哦。比方说啊，今天你好饿好饿，我说你赶快吃点东西啊。I don't have anything to eat， 我没有任何东西可以吃啊。注意到呢，否定呢，我们就用 any 引导的代名词，或者是呢，我们可以使用 no 开头的这个不定代名词呢，也有一样的意思咯。I have nothing to eat， 我没有东西可以吃。但是呢，这边要提醒一下咯，虽然意思是一样的，不过语气可是不同的哦。如果呢，我们用 any 开头的字词来否定呢，就是在描述事实，我没有人 ，OK。但是呢，如果我们用 no 开头的字词来改写的话，语气会变得更强烈，而且会传达出愤怒啊、绝望这样子的负面情绪咯。比方说啊，有记者在路上拦住我了。小姐，请问你对于这次选举候选人有什么看法呢？ I don't know anything about him。这时呢，我们是中立的我真的不知道，不认识他。但如果呢，我是说，I know nothing about it。这种时候呢，我们就很明显的表现出防卫了。我可能知道，但是呢，我不想跟你说。所以呢，大家造句的时候呢，可要特别注意咯。
All right, so we're still with Catherine. She's kind of explaining one of the things she's learned from her job is that everyone has problems. And she goes on with that idea by saying no one is perfect. Yeah, it's true. A lot of people, their lives might look perfect from the outside. You know, they're good looking and they have everything they need, wonderful family, lots of friends. We might think, their life is so perfect and my life is so terrible. But sometimes you can't always believe what you see, or there could be more than what you see. So, Catherine says, when I face problems, I don't feel alone. She talks to people with problems. She finds out that many of the problems she has are similar to other people, even if those people are very different.Their problems are not so different. That's a good thing to know.
Yeah. 所以我们来看一下今天第二个单字 face。face 就是有面对或正视的意思，所以其实面对现实的片语就是 face the truth， 或者是有另外一个讲法 let's face it， 有一种正视事实的感觉。比如说 let's face it, you're going to be late whether you go by bus or train。 你就面对现实吧，不管你是搭公车还是火车，你都会迟到的。那我们再看另外一个句子，我们也是使用刚刚讲的 face the truth 来代表面对现实。Haley has to face the truth. She must take this year of school again. Haley 她一定要去面对现实，她今年是要重修的。 所以呢，他也发现说，没有人是完美的 ，No one is perfect。所以呢，当我面对问题的时候呢，我并不感到孤单。我们刚刚看到 alone 这个字 ，Do you think you're alone?
I'm so alone.
You're kidding. Okay.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. 好，我们来看一下 alone 这个字。Alone 就是孤独的或孤单的，所以我们可以说，我们另外怎么来比较一下 lonely 这个字 ？lonely 通常是心里感到孤单，那 alone 就是代表孤独的，真的是只身一个人的感觉。所以 just because I'm alone doesn't mean I'm lonely， 代表就算我一个人，也不代表我真的感到是孤单的。那么 alone 这个字呢，当副词也可以，就是孤独地一个人地。所以比如说 she enjoys living alone， 她是很享受自己住的生活。那我们再看另外一个句子 ，Mia felt alone when all her friends hung out without her， 就是 Mia 呢，她的朋友一起出去玩，然后都没有带她去，所以 Mia 感到很孤单。
All right, so the last question that the interviewer asked was, what do you love about your job? I can see in the future the interviewer will ask, what do you hate about your job? Or in other words, on the other hand, what makes your job hard? What is difficult about your job? You know, what don't you like about the job?
所以这个呢，我们看到 on the other hand， 这就是一方面，另一方面。那通常有时候有些文章前面还会有 on the one hand， 然后才讲这一个，也是有可能。那我们再看这个句子，这个字，下一个字就是 hard。Let's take a look at this word. Hard 就是困难的或者是费力的，所以其实我们也可以说，哦，这个人好难取悦哦。英文其实就是 Terry is a hard man to please。那 please 代表这个 please 有取悦的感觉。那 hard 这个字我们在这边我们再把它使用副词也是可以，它有用功地或者是很认真很努力的都可以。比如说 if you want to pass the test, you're going to have to study hard. 如果你要呢通过考试，那你就必须要很努力的读书。那我们再看另外一个句子，我们把这个 hard 当成形容词哦，代表很困难的意思。The math homework was so hard, I spent a lot of time doing it last night. 数学作业超难，我昨天晚上花好多时间才完去写它。那接下来呢，我们也问这个 Catherine 说，那么你工作有什么困难的地方呢
And it's kind of an interesting thing that she doesn't like so much. She says, well, I have to sense people's feelings for this job. True.
因为对，因为去的人通常 usually these clients have problems.
Right. And if they explain them very well and they're very open with their feelings, that's fine. And that might make Catherine's job easy. But sometimes people don't know the words, they're afraid of saying it. Maybe they just don't understand their problem themselves.
Yeah.
So you, as the fortune teller or a psychologist or a doctor or whatever, you have to be able to kind of understand people's feelings, even if they're not explaining them very well or very clearly. So you need to sense their feelings.
所以这个 sense 有感知的意思，那它名词呢也是可以哦，当名词也是有感知啊、意识或甚至是道理。比如说 sense of humor 指的就是幽默感，比如说 my dad has a really good sense of humor， 代表我爸爸超幽默的。又或者是说呢，没有什么道理 ，doesn't make any sense 也可以。What you're saying now doesn't make any sense， 你现在讲的任何一句话都没有道理。所以呢，比如说这个 Catherine 她说她要去感受人们的情绪。That could be a lot.
It could be very, very hard. And also, I mean, if you're feeling good in your job and you have lots of energy, your mind might work better, right?
Yeah.
But if Catherine's tired, she might just not be as good at it some days just because, you know, she's a little tired and not paying attention. And here's another thing, when you're dealing with people's feelings for a job, that means others' emotions could affect me. Right? If they're really sad, if they're worried, if they have huge problems in their life,
Right.
it'll be hard to kind of sit there and talk with the person for an hour and then go home and totally forget about it.
Of course
right?
not,
It's one of those things. Even people who work in stores, if they're working with angry customers, it can be hard on their own feelings. Right? So that is a problem, but people have to deal with it for certain types of jobs.
所以 Catherine 就说，其实人们的情绪是会影响我的，这个 emotion 它就是情绪，所以把它变成形容词 emotional， like 情绪的
exactly.
Like I get emotional when I watch a sad movie.
Right, absolutely. And I think anyone with emotions will have their emotions affected. by other people. And it says, Catherine also says, I always tell myself to leave clients' emotions at work, even the good ones. Oh, okay. So even the good ones, don't let yourself get too happy because of their happiness, but also don't let yourself get too sad because of their problems. So try to sort of leave those at work. When you finish work for the day and you close your door and go home, leave all the problems from your work there at work. Don't take them home with you. Good advice.
Yeah. 所以呢 Catherine 也总是会告诉自己说，不要把客户的情绪带回家，就算这些情绪它是好的情绪，他会把它留在工作。
And I know the future, and our future is review time.
Review time.
So for our review time, we're going to look at the new words for today, play a little game, and hopefully, you will remember them. I can see the future. Realize, face, alone, and hard.
Okay.
Those are the words for today. They're not too bad. And we're going to play a quick game of definitions. In other words, I'm going to tell you the meaning of the word like it would say in a dictionary, and you're going to guess which word I am talking about. Okay? To encounter, to take on.
To take on challenges, to face challenges.
To face something is to kind of take it on, to encounter, to not hide from it or run from it or something. You face it because you have to do it. Okay, to discover.
Discover. That means to find out.
Yeah, kind of.
To realize.
To realize, right? When you discover something, you realize something new pops in your head, you understand that this is the way it is. Okay, and let's see. Difficult. Challenging. Strenuous.
Hard.
It's so hard.
Life
I can't do it. It's too hard. And on your own.
Alone.
Solo. Isolated.
Alone. Isolated. Oh my God, that's a sad word.
It is so sad, but a lot of good songs written about that topic. Okay, guys, thanks for joining us. We hope you all have wonderful futures, if you know them or not. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you back here sometime soon. Until then,
bye.
Bye-bye.
Talking to a tarot card reader. Warm-up question. Would you go to a tarot card reader when you don't understand something? Why or why not? What does a person need to be a good tarot card reader?
You have to be a good listener. When I listen carefully to my clients, I can understand their problems better. This helps me get the right message from the cards.
What's great about your job?
I realize everyone has their own problems. No one is perfect. So when I face problems, I don't feel alone.
On the other hand, what makes your job hard?
Well, I have to sense people's feelings for this job. That means others' emotions could affect me. I always tell myself to leave clients' emotions at work, even the good ones. Word power.
Realize. Lisa realized she left her jacket at home, so she went to get it. Lisa realized she left her jacket at home, so she went to get it. Face. Haley has to face the truth. She must take this year of school again. Haley has to face the truth. She must take this year of school again. Alone. Mia felt alone when all her friends hung out without her. Mia felt alone when all her friends hung out without her. Hard. The math homework was so hard. I spent a lot of time doing it last night. The math homework was so hard. I spent a lot of time doing it last night.
认识字汇
Listener, listener. Client, client.